You're listening to Radio Platform. Find us on Twitter, Facebook at Radio Platform with 2 Fs.
Hello, ciao, guten tag, hola, salutations. My name is Luke, aka Deano, and this is another episode, extravaganza, I suppose, of the Deano Reviews radio show collaboration with Radio Platform. Porth. Goodbye, Fantastic Mr. Fox soundtrack. So, good afternoon, good evening, and good morrow. Greetings, they're interesting, aren't they? So, hello, welcome. So, let's just roll into it. Here we go. Another episode. For me, it has been a moment, because depending when these go out, the last episode was quite a few weeks ago for me, and if you care about me personally, what's going on in my life, I went on holiday. I went to Italy. That's why I said ciao just now, to show I'm cultured, very worldly, which was a lovely time. I want to go to more of Italy. It's a beautiful country. Last episode I was quite ill, and I'm a man of consistency. I'm ill kind of again. I feel very stuffy today. I'm like Winnie the Pooh. So yeah, hopefully that may involve in my energy, and I should have eaten more before this, but that's just my mind wandering a mo. But yeah, no, we have quite a lot to catch up on. Pretty much all the films I'm reviewing today is new films that I saw in between. Yes, and there's some stuff just to talk about. Like, for instance, today's topic is not me going over director's filmography or top 10 of my personal choosing, so and so. This is, again, this may not be as topical when this comes out. I'm going to be talking about the Oscars, which, God, they wrapped up, I believe, what was it, the Sunday, March 15th. So for me today, it is April 7th of me sat here right now. I think I've already dated the episode. It was quite a moment ago, but I did watch it. I watched it so late into the night. ITVX as a streaming service is very irritating. I don't think I'm going to get that sponsor anytime soon, but essentially I left it too late for me to watch it live. So I went on the whole watch from the beginning, but you can't pause it, you can't rewind it, so I accidentally went out of it, and then I had to watch it from the beginning again and just kind of wait for the 40 minutes of Jonathan Ross going, the Oscars about to happen, aren't they? That's neat, isn't it? And then it started, and so I think all that led to about 3:30 in the morning. I was on the verge of collapse near the end. But yeah, I mentioned this before. I never watched the Oscars. I've being in the zeitgeist of that. I would, much like a lot of people, you just go online the next day who won? Oh, they won. Oh, I'll watch the highlights on BBC News. But going from last year, I started watching them because of Conan O'Brien, who began hosting last year, and I've definitely mentioned this before. I am a massive fan of his. He is one of my heroes. Comedy wise, I like all his remotes, clips from his the TBS talk show he did. Gave me a lot of comfort, and I think he's just amazing. He just seems like a very nice guy. I'm a big fan of absurdist humor. And I just thought I'd support my boy. He knows me well, over here and in Wales. And so I just thought I'd support my boy. And last year, I think he did a really good job. And to be fair, I think I was more so in the loop of the nominees last year. It's hard to even remember. God, it feels a really long time ago now. I'm just trying to remember a lot of the nominees. Wicked was nominated. I know that. I'd have to jog my memory a bit, all that was involved last year. But I thought he did a really good job. This year, I think he still did a good job, but I think the audience let him down. Like, I don't know if it was just the mixing of how much you can hear the audience, but I felt like his jokes were good, his delivery was good, but you could just barely hear the audience, and it just didn't seem like they were rooting for him. They just seemed a bit snobby, like you couldn't hear them a lot of the time. And I'm just like, come on, like, help him out a bit. Like, I mean, he pushed the envelope, certainly, with, like, I mean, everything with, like, Timothée Chalamet was mentioned about his interesting thoughts on ballet and opera, but it did get, like, this is me personally. Eventually I was just like, okay, let's leave him alone a bit. It's settled down now, at least I hope so. I'm like, let's get over it. Yeah, he could have said things better. If you know, you know, but basically he said some not extremely, like, well said thoughts on, like, oh yeah, he was pretty much saying, like, I want to keep film alive, and not have it be more, I might be paraphrasing, I might be putting words in his mouth, but in terms of the opera ballet industry, he was pretty much saying, like, kind of, it's not as popular as film, but so I want to dedicate myself to the film industry. And yeah, he just could have said it better. He came across a bit ignorant, and a lot of the Oscars was just cutting to him about, like, oh, like, look, it's some, like, for the performance of Sinners, like, they, like, about a ballerina is, oh my god, what's the word for someone who does ballet? I'm so stupid. I can't. Why is that word escaping me for someone who does ballet? And it was just cutting to him, and he was just like, yeah, look, showing it. Look, there you go. Oh, you're stupid. I'm just like, I know what he was trying to say, and I think they just went overboard. I think they really just went overboard with just complete dogging on him, because I still think it kind of led to, like, because Mike Supreme didn't get anything. They didn't win any of their nominations, and I still think it's a very good performance, and I still think it was a really good film. So I am stepping away because I have a cold. This is real. We're real here. And I think it was just a bit too much. But I think as a whole, it wasn't too bad, because I'm really bad for watching live ceremonies. It's just all the awkwardness and, like, the forced jokes and the silences. I struggle with it a lot. And it wasn't too bad. But good Lord, can we please let people do their speeches? They win an award. All their hard work has led to that moment, and they finally have a chance to shine and show their thanks, and, like, the culmination of all this effort. Let them have more than 30 seconds to a minute. Well, at least for the people that, I guess, quote-unquote, don't matter, okay? Oh, so the people who wrote an original song, the person who, cinematography, like, I'm just using this as an example. I'm not saying, like, some people got more time than others, but I think that is, in terms of, I think on the grander scale, is what the people who were running the event was valuing the time of. And then it cuts to, like, the cast of Bridesmaid, whoever cares about that, doing a, I think, 10-minute long bit. It felt that. I literally, it was 2:30 in the morning, just yelling at my telly when those K-pop Demon Hunters, they won Best Song. And then I need to watch, like, when they were in the press and they actually got to finish their speech and get some more context. But I think one of them, who couldn't speak English, but they were about to open a bit of paper and had prepared and learned it and was going to say something in English. They come all this way, and then they just, like, lowered the microphone, lights down, music starting, and it was so aggravating. Oh my god, like, absolutely infuriating. They deserve as much time as the lead actor speech. Or, like, if Adrian Brody last year could have, no, I'm going to finish my speech, I want 8 minutes. Like, there was a moment where I think it was like one of the short films. Like, you have about 9 people on stage. Obviously, more than one person is going to speak. Yeah, sure. Maybe they could have organised it where, like, they're the representative of that group of people for the short film or something. So they're going to say everything. But you got to have a bit of foresight. They're going to have more, maybe someone else wants to speak. Someone else wants their moment because they were just as much involved in this piece of art. And, like, I think it was because you had a tie for live action short film. I'll be honest, like, a lot of these films, for the main nominations, I didn't get around to. There was only certain screenings of it. I didn't have the time. I wanted to, because I like now to be in the zeitgeist of, like, the films that had a majority of the nominations. But when it comes to, like, short documentary, live action short film, short animated film, that I've never particularly thrown myself into. I'll be honest, maybe I would like, maybe it's a matter of interest. Maybe it's a matter of just, like, the time or seeking out, so-and-so. Excuses. But live action short film got a tie. But I think that's something about the actual Academy. Like, you have to watch it now. You have to prove you've watched it. And I guess only so many people. And then it just so happens to be a tie. Exactly. For how many people in the Academy? Now, like, I need to educate myself on it more. I don't know all the ins and outs. But this is a passive watcher now, I suppose, of the Oscars. For the second winner of it, they just started cutting him off, and, like, it's not even like orchestra's playing, get off the stage, and there was a moment I saw it where it cut to someone in one of the stars in the audience, and I can see on the teleprompter behind him it says wrap it up. So it's literally yelling at, like, oh, you've had 30 seconds, wrap it up. Because obviously, this is the Oscars. We're not here to hear the winners speak. We're here for all the other stuff. And I'm not saying this is Conan for, like, there's just there could have been more of a balance. There's been, from what I gathered, shows where everyone got their chance to speak more than 1 minute. Like, yeah, sure, even if they start rambling on, like, oh, I'm going to thank my dog, like, there has to be a balance here, because they start lowering the microphone, which is just undignified. Not even just lights are a bit dimmed, play the orchestra, lowering the microphone. They can't even just keep it there. They're going to be dragged to the earth. And it cuts to Conan, and he's just like, don't cut to me. And it cuts back to him, and just like, oh, yeah, really funny. You just lowered the microphone on someone. Oh, that is funny. Like, he was just trying to make it not awkward, but making a point of, like, don't do someone like that. Oh my god. But I mean, I got the website here for the 98. So you can hear my tissue. It's disgusting. We're very real here. 98 Academy Awards. Man, when they get to 100, they're really obligated to do, like, the best show imaginable. They really are. 100, that's insane. 2028, that would be, wouldn't it? God, that's crazy. Yeah, I hope Conan carries on. I think I read something like, oh no, like, he can just keep posting for as long as he wants. I think, well, he's over 60 years old, and he still has that energy. And I think compared to, what was it, Jimmy Kimmel had like 4 years of it, and again, passively watching that, seeing his clips, he's just so boring. He's just a blank. Sure, like, some of it worked, like, you know, he plays the straight man, but Conan's just a more interesting host. He just is, and he has this following, and he's beloved. I listen to a lot of his podcast, but yeah, because in the end, in terms of the films I was largely nominated, saw Sinners, love Sinners. I think it's such an important just piece of art, and I think it will stand the test of time, and I need to watch it again. There's so many clips and so much foreshadowing that is just so heavy, and the music, and it's just like this is something that doesn't come around all the time. So no, I think Sinners, well, I'll say this. So I saw Sinners, I saw Hamlet, which I gave a review of. I saw My Supreme, which I gave a review of. Frankenstein, which is on Netflix, I could have watched any time. It's just like sparing 3 hours, and I'm big fan of Guillermo del Toro's work. Pan's Labyrinth. I remember Hellboy very fondly. Sentimental Value I didn't get round to. I didn't know that much about it, I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of, like, my time where I would throw myself into a film knowing nothing. I was like, well, it's nominated, I'll just see it. Normally that works out for the best, but maybe it's just a matter of interest, like a sentimental value. Oh, it's a very late showing, like, and it's just, do I want to see it that badly just to be in the know? But I assume it is very good. One battle after another completely passed me by. I think I did not know it'd be as big of a grandiose thing. I was like, oh, Leonardo DiCaprio's in another film. I did not know it was by I always forget his name. It's Paul Thomas Anderson. Paul Thomas Anderson, which I have to remind myself of. Like, have I seen a lot of his filmography? Paul Thomas Anderson. Google, can you just show me the films? Oh, there you go. Just click that. Bada bing, bada boom. No, it doesn't show me the films. It just shows me another page. But while I'm looking that up, no, it completely passed me by. Maybe it was just a matter of like being in the know, but I heard good things. But I really should have saw it now, because just finding it on a streaming service. I would love to see it properly. Apparently, it is amazing. It won Best Picture. I thought Sinners would win Best Picture because it's like, what was it, the most nominated film ever in the Oscars? I thought it had it in the bag. Have I seen a lot of Paul Thomas Anderson's work? Showing a lot of music videos. Didn't know he shot a lot of music videos. Oh, Punch Drunk Love. I did see Punch Drunk Love not that long ago, actually. I just had the DVD. I was like, let's finally watch it. It was like a movie night for me and my partner, and it was I could say it was artsy fartsy, but I don't want that to be patronizing. I don't want that to be looking down on it. I think it was it's very sweet and very captivating in terms of, definitely with Adam Sandler's main performance. Like, you could see it was something different from him. Magnolia is one of the greats I've heard. I need to see that. But no, I'm glad he got his dues. Like, genuinely, like, yeah, best. It won a lot. I think it definitely won most of the night. But yeah, what else was there? God, it was My Supreme. I feel I should have gotten something. Like, it was still a really good film. It shouldn't be overshadowed by all the Timothée Chalamet. Oh, his thoughts are not put in ballet. It just got overblown. He didn't assault someone. He just had a very superficial, not thinking ahead, just throwaway thought about, like, that industry, which in a way I've seen a lot of takes on it. It was like, yeah, you shouldn't be pushing down other creators, but also, do you see ballet and opera? Is it as popular as going to the cinema? No, it's different audiences. Yeah, it could be stereotyping, pushing demographics in here and there, but there was something to be said. Could have just been said better. F1 I didn't see because I didn't care about F1. Apparently people were just like, it's just a popcorn film. It shouldn't it shouldn't have won that much. I saw Rush, which I gave a throwaway review of, like, I think on the first episode. Rush with Zemo. I should remember the actor's name. And Chris Thor. Oh my god, I forgot his name. There's so many Chris's. I've actually forgotten his name. I'm melding all the Chris actors in my head, which Rush made me quite interested in that. Like, in Formula 1 racing. Like, because of the rivalry, but F1, sure, it's like a lot of the foresight of how Top Gun Maverick was directed, which was kind of almost a Spider-Verse revolutionary for that, putting you in the seat of this adrenaline, just you're in the cockpit, not only, well, they're planes, jets, there. God, I sound so ill. I'm so sorry. But yeah, with F1, it's just a matter of caring about F1. I didn't go out there to see it because I try to see, because I have my geekiness. You know, I see the Marvel films. I catch up on the superhero genre, but I want to be outside of that because I do love film, but there can be what I can catch just going to Cineworld. But then there is just, I hear something through the grapevine, oh, that's really good. Oh, I can see that. I'll go see it. But then there's films like literally going out of my way to try and see. It there can just be a lot. Like, for instance, If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, which had like a few nominations. I was gonna see just because I knew Conan was in it, and it's like, it would be cool to see him do a dramatic performance. And I'll hopefully still try to catch her. Secret Agent, I didn't know anything about. What else was there? I don't know how to pronounce it. Begonia. I just thought, oh, it's Poor Things again. Is Emma Stone giving another amazing performance? But I thought it was her being another like kind of Frankenstein style creature, but no, it was like had the fella, yeah, Todd from Breaking Bad, and like it was like all about brainwashing, and I was like, it still looks interesting. Poor Things was wild. My God, do not watch that with your parents. She definitely deserved that. That was an amazing thing. We had that Frankenstein film. We had another Frankenstein film this year. But yeah, let's go through who won. Bearing in mind, I haven't seen a lot of the other performances and a lot of the other films. And wait, then I'm gonna. Oh, my stupid nose, bloody hell. Pardon my French. I should speak Italian. I was there recently. That sounds like a brag. I'm so sorry. Yeah, Michael B. Jordan won for Sinners. Yeah, I think Timothée Chalamet. Again, I think it was still an amazing performance. That last shot, if you know of Marley Supreme, that amount of emotion and like that culmination of his douchebag of a character, and it just comes to this moment of vulnerability and real, genuine being a human being. But Michael B. Jordan, the fact you played two roles and it was so immersive, I'm like, no, I believe those are two different people. Yeah, I think, having seen all the Creed films, yeah, it was funny as time. Sean Penn for Best Supporting Role. Look, you can say what you want. I didn't see his performance. You can say what you want about his thoughts on the industry, on the Oscars, where he was, and what's more important to be. I believe he was in Ukraine, is it? Like, he's being an activist, and again, I don't know everything. It would have been nice if the person who won that was there, respecting that or not. The other people were there, and he wasn't there. And like, yeah, sure, there's a lot to say. Like, should of what was it? I forget the actual actor's name, but Macaulay Culkin's brother. He's more than that, I know. He won an Oscar. Him saying like, well, you couldn't be here tonight, or he didn't want to. Yeah, that could be like kind of a trivial way to throw a blanket over it. But yeah, I don't know. I think it would have been nice if the actor was there. Especially for Delroy Lindo. That's like, yeah. Sinners. It would have been nice if he won an Oscar. I don't know everything about that actor, but if he's been in the industry a long time and he gave an amazing performance, that bit in Sinners where he turns his pain into music, he was there and he didn't clap. Yeah, sure, is polite. There's a lot of manners and etiquette, and you can say, you can be like, oh, we should have clapped. Like, it's disappointment. You're a human being in the moment. It's like, you work all that. Like, it would have been nice to win it. Yeah, sure, it's an honor to be nominated. I would feel like, yeah, I'm nominated for an Oscar, even that in itself. But you never know. You don't know everyone, what's going on in their head, what, like, their journey up to that point. Jessie Buckley for, yeah, that was in the bag, well deserved. Oh my God, it's just sorrowful. Like, her performance in Hamlet, just her screaming and wailing. It's, you can even, because that's the thing, when you see all these best actor compilations, just them shouting, that I'm like, oh my God, this is a real person. They're giving birth, they're mourning over their loss of their child. It was, I felt it was really real. Amy Madigan for Weapons. I loved Weapons. I thought Weapons was such a gem. I loved like how it was put in the chapters, and it was like horror, but it was like a really cool modern horror. And it just goes bonkers at the end. But it like, yeah, even if you can say she didn't give the best performance out of everyone there in best supporting role, in fact, she won an Oscar for a horror villain. It's really cool, and it was still really good. It was really memorable. Like, of course it was. Yeah, like, I'm really glad K-pop Demon Hunters won. I like found that much later. I was drawn into that, It's still really good, really well done. Covers, I mean, so many pictures. They went from the Emoji Movie to Spider-Verse winning an Oscar. Now this winning an Oscar, amazing, and it's had such a chokehold on the world, like the cultural phenomenon it's had. Like, yeah, give it to it, and it's still a good movie. Funnily enough, Arco's there, and just gonna say that's gonna be the first review of the lot. I managed to catch that, thankfully. Yeah, I think it's really well deserved. God, I sound like Squidward, I bet. First time we've had best casting as a category, which I know has been over the years, like, oh, let's do most popular film. Like, they had these really try hard, like, trying to add a new category, and best casting, that's fair. You find this new actor through your foresight, and, like, you didn't just go, it's Chris Pratt. No, you found this someone in the midst of it. Oh, bring him out. You're in this film. You fit this role amazingly. Yeah, no, that's fair enough to have it as its own category. And good on. Oh my god, how do I pronounce that? Cassandra. I don't know. I don't want to accidentally say a naughty word with saying her name, but I don't want to be insulting. Yeah. That's a big. Yeah, I think that's a cool category to have. Like, that's great. What else is there to say about the Oscars? Me personally, I thought it would have been cool to do This Is What It Sounds Like for the K-pop Demon Hunters performance instead of Golden, because we've seen that, like, performed quite a few times now. They should just be a real band. The Sinners performance was amazing. Some bits were okay. I'm not gonna lie, everything with Conan, I think he did some good bits. Maybe he tailored it towards those who don't watch the Oscars and not interested a bit too much. I'm going to cough. That was beautiful, everyone, wasn't it? I'm going to add some reverb to it. But the Sinners performance was amazing. I think that was so immersive and so important. That was fantastic to see in real life. That is such a memorable scene. I think that will go down in history. I think it's just fantastic. Ryan Coogler, just good on him, man. Just absolutely good on him. Like, him and Michael B. Jordan, like, they're so close as, like, artists. I think it's fantastic. Yeah, what else is there? I don't know about this a lot, but Diana Warren, oh my god, I hope she wins an Oscar one day. What was that, 17 nominations now? Blimey. A lot of this was in the bag. A lot of this, like, yeah, Avatar, Fire and Ash, of course. Best Sound, F1, of course. Some of it was unexpected, like, Best Picture, I thought it would be Sinners. I really thought it would be Sinners. Not even them trying to be, like, I don't know, patronising. It's like, oh, we might as well make it Sinners, so everyone wants it to be Sinners. One battle after another, I will see. I've heard is really fantastic, and hopefully I get the chance to see it. But yeah, that was the Oscars, and I thought it was a good show. Some awkward bits with, like, forced sketches with, like, the people presenting. I thought Conan did really well. I thought the audience could have helped him out a lot more. Some people deserved it than others. Let people do their speeches. Good gracious above. I thought, like, aesthetically it looked really, really cool. It was like a Japanese garden, I per se. Yeah, I hope Conan comes back. And some stuff could have been better. Like, some stuff could have been nominated. But that didn't. Wicked for Good didn't get anything. That's crazy. Yeah, I will watch. But it depends. See what happens. But yeah, not too bad. There were a lot of injustices. Like, just some people just could. Yeah, it's a big. I'd say it was all right. It was all right, pretty much. Yeah. Anyway. That was the Oscars. That was our topic. Going over that. Just thinking. Are there any other highlights for it? Nah, pretty much. I'm just trying to jog my memory. This was a couple of weeks ago now. But luckily we didn't get a La La Land moment or a Will Smith slap moment. Pretty okay. Yeah, I don't think there was any technical difficulties. It was just them shooting themselves in the foot with the speeches. They're just making it awkward. That needs to be better. That really needs to be better. Absolute, just awful. Anyway, so onto the reviews. Our first film, we've got a few things to get to. Our first one is going to be, as per mentioned, one of the best animated feature nominees for the Oscars just gone. It is Arco.
What's your name?
Arco.
Like, what will you find? It feels like
You're gonna have to run fast. If they catch you, they'll never let you go home.
You know, when you truly love someone, the most important thing is making them happy.
I thought it was great. Oh my god, really, really good film. Really, just really pretty. Oh my god, yeah. I think I'm really glad I saw that because I believe it's a. Well, other ways of putting it, a French import. Yeah, and it was like dubbed over with. Well, actors you definitely would have heard of, like that's Mark Ruffalo, Natalie Portman, I think, as well. But no, it's such a pretty film. My god, like I always give a film a lot of credit when it's creative, when aesthetically it's something you haven't seen before. Like when we reviewed Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, I'm like it doesn't bump up entirely. I'm like, that's visuals I haven't seen before, but no, it's just a really lovely film. There's some parts you could say is cliche, and I think I've been over this before, but I think there's a difference between cliche and just something you've seen before. Like, because you see enough films, like there's going to be a lot of crossover. Yeah, someone from a different land befriends someone and they have a friendship, like Iron Giant or E.T. But here is like this lovely little coming of age friendship between these two kids, and one's from the future and one's from like, well, the girl is a semi-feature from our perspective, and I think is a gorgeous film. The animation is really interesting. It kind of felt like rotoscoped for some of it, but it's like a lower frame rate of them like moving about, and it kind of got a bit of motion blur to their movement. And like, yeah, it's really good. If you haven't seen it, hopefully there's a way of seeing it soon. I think the dub is really good. Like, you see a Ghibli film and like their dubs can be really good, but then you see, like, you go to the cinema sometimes and it's just this this animated film from somewhere in the world, and it's completely trash, and they just throw like these random actors over the top of it, and they maybe like try to make it funnier and like have modern references into it, and it's just garbage. But like when you get legit actors, like you see how Moving Castle, like Christian Bale is giving it his all. He's not just like, I'm just voicing like an animated film from somewhere else. Like, he's immersing himself in it. Here, never distracting. Like Mark Ruffalo, I can acknowledge that's Mark Ruffalo, but he did a really good job of it. And it's just like it's just a wonderful spectacle. Like, you just got this kid in like a rainbow cloak, and he's just flying around like a missile, and it's like, and it's just really wonderful. Yeah, I think maybe some downsides was like when they were beginning to establish the friendship with the two main kids. Maybe I think it could be built up a tiny bit more. It's still really well done, but there's moments of just like kind of forced laughter, like, oh, they're getting, this is them showing they're getting along, and maybe I don't want to spoil it. There's these three characters who they're very colourful. They're like very formal looking wiggles, and they got these like little rainbow specks on, and maybe they could have been established a bit more, maybe in terms of like their connection to why they're investigating the main kid. Maybe it could have been done a bit better with like a bit of kind of like a loop where something happened to actually form that so like everything else beforehand makes sense. Like eventually, like, because it involves a bit of time travel, kid does something that like relates to how these characters came into play. That makes sense at all. Obviously they were kind of the bumbling Three Stooges, and it was still amusing. I think a lot of the future, not the future, Arco comes from, but the little girl, I think that really jogs the gears of where we could be heading towards, of like we're losing human connection. I think more so than, like, as per mentioned, Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, of like us and our connection with social media and technology. There's a way of doing it where it's to the point of like this is, it's just a bit too on the nose. Okay, all right. Here it's like, no, we could be heading this way. It sounds fantastical of robots and holograms, but like that could just be a mask for us on our phones and video calls. But you know, like, but not to sound patronizing. Obviously, we can all be aware of, like, yeah, we're all on our phones too much, but it can just be nearing that point. Like, you can say a lot about like AI and your connection with art. This one can be done with AI. This is a beautiful looking film, and like us, like, there's Mark Ruffalo as the robot, and then it's like the kid's connection with her parents, but the parents just aren't ever really there. And I think the ending is like really sad. It's in a way depressing. I'm just like, oh, okay, this is your fault, mate. You could have just waited. I'm not gonna say a lot, but it's just like sadly, like, it's not like it's he is all wrapped up in a boat. There are consequences, but there's this beautiful thing at the end where it shows where, because of this experience, what this character goes on to lead to, which can link to how, like, you know, Arco's way of life. I think it's fantastic. I think it's a really lovely film. If it won instead of K-pop Demon Hunters, I don't think there was much wrong with that. Flow won last year, which I'm really glad I got to see, and that was made by like one or a couple of people on Blender for a very long time. And yeah, you can value, like, yeah, this was made like in someone's room, but like K-pop Demon Hunters still has a lot of creative, like, beautiful messaging to it, but this is something you don't see all the time. Yeah, I think it was really well done. I think really lovely. There can be cliche to it, but it's really colourful. The voice acting, I think, was done really well. Maybe some things could have been flowed a bit better with the narrative, but yeah, I think it was great. I think it was a really, really lovely film. But yeah, that was Arco. Really recommend Arco. But next, this is kind of a twofer. I'm not just saying that because I did a double feature of this, which was on the level of, okay, you see, remember back in the day when it was like White House Down and like, what was it, Olympus Has Fallen, like these, or like No Strings Attached, and there was like films that were like, these films were coming out at the exact same time and they're pretty much the same plot. This was an interesting double feature by happenstance of timing, because one was about to go out of cinema, I can tell, and there's only certain times for it. Two violent, sweary action films led by female protagonists investigating rich satanic cult people. First we have Ready or Not 2, Here I Come, and I'll just say it now. Then we'll be reviewing a film called They Will Kill You, and Madness was out at the same time. But yeah, first off, Ready or Not, I'm not just saying that because I'm about to play the audio, but it's also Ready or Not 2, Here I Come.
The game will begin.
They're coming. Oh my God.
In 5, 4, 3, 2. Do you have any questions?
Can I have a cigarette?
The heads of the council families will try to kill you and your sister. Whoever does wins the high seat and controls everything.
Everything?
The world.
You're telling me you didn't know your fiancé was in a devil cult?
Listen, if you don't do exactly what I say, we are going to die.
So it begins. Joder.
Back for round 2, bitch! Yeah.
It's always tricky playing trailers for like very violent, sweary rated R films because I'm like, you can't really have swearing on the show. And I'm like, please be the Green Man trailer, oh my god. Yeah, you can literally hear all the blood spats and that's wild. Yeah, no, I really liked it. I thought it was good. I think it was really fun, campy, funny, entertaining time. Ready or Not, the first one, I think is one of those gems that just like is not like based off a property. It just comes out, like you find it, you stumble across it, I'm like, that's a really cool, creative, original film. Like it's like when I first saw John Wick, I was like, that, oh my god, I'm so glad I found this film, this is really good. And yeah, I don't think it needed a sequel. I didn't know this. Ready or Not, the first one came out like 7 years ago. That's kind of wild. Yeah, Ready or Not, it ended on like, well, if you've seen Ready or Not, and it ends with like this very supernatural thing happening. It's a bit like that, like M. Night Shyamalan film where like End of the World, where it's like these people are just like, oh, we need to do this here, otherwise the world would end, and it's just like, is it BS? And I haven't seen the film, but it wasn't BS. And like in the end of the first Ready or Not, it was real. Like they had a reason to believe it. And I was like, it was end well. Obviously, it's like the film Get Out. It's like there was an ending where the main character was like strangling this girl, and obviously, well, you know about like racial profiling. If a police turned up and it was a police officer, how it would look, the main character's over. But luckily, it was a friend in that film. But there was an alternative ending. Tangent. But like at the end of the first one, like, okay, it's this girl covered in blood, and like all these people are dead. What does it look like? That could be left to interpretation. Did it need a sequel? No. But it continues. It's more of the same, but it's a bit on a grander scale, and you have Catherine Newt, playing, well, you know, like in Ant-Man 3, a kind of irritating, protagonist. I mean, I'm not gonna, it's not her as an actor, it's just like in Ant-Man 3, I thought she was just really, just kind of preachy and just like really ignorant. I think they should have kept the original actor from Endgame for Ant-Man's kid. I like consistency, and it was just them having star power. Ant-Man 3 isn't good. That aside, I don't know how I connected it. Well, I found a way of connecting it to Ant-Man 3, as you got to do it with everything. I hit the mic. Yeah, but I mean, she was a fine character, and she was just kind of like, you can kind of see both sides, but like at the same time, you have sympathy for Samara Weaving. She's been through a lot. I mean, bear in mind the event of this film. I mean, it doesn't look like she's aged a day. That sounds to me like as a bloke, like that really, like shallow. But I mean, compared to 7 years later, like yeah, no, this happens like in the same time frame. Like, I don't think someone could have that much stamina for dealing with the events of the first film and then this film. I like how I've spoken enough that I'm feeling better as I go along. I'm convincing myself I feel more well. But I mean, sure, realism, I don't think it's here. I really like, I thought that was just coming to mind, I really like Elijah Wood's character. Obviously, no one's Frodo, but I like how he's just like this formal representative of the rules, and I just thought he was like, I just liked him. He was just so debonair. I liked his character. Samara Weaving is such a powerhouse. My God, her scream, like here and then, like it's like this banshee call. Is so. Oh my God, she's really really good. And she's really funny. And the whole film's really funny and campy. I think sometimes it went a bit off the rails. Like it was near the end, I was kind of losing the pace a bit. I was like, okay, like because near the end, you just see her and she's just so like, it looks like she's lost. Not good to see because I liked how, well, I mean, in the end it turned out, not a spoiler, but I like, she's such a good like protagonist, and she's really really good, and like she just doesn't take anything. But yeah, I think because you know what happens at the end of the first one, and it's just fully like, yeah, no, it's all real. It kind of goes a bit like not many surprises. I think the fella who played, well, does actually play, but there's Buffy. What's her name? Sarah Michelle Gellar. I know it's Daphne, and Sean Hatzaby. I can't even pronounce his name. Hatsosi. Oh. Who plays like her brother. My God, he plays a very convincing psychopath. Very well done. But yeah, we didn't really need it. It's just like, oh, here we go again. Mamma Mia 2, here we go again. Or Ready or Not 2, here I come. Which is really good. That's on the levels of Now You See Me, Now You Don't. Like, cool, extending the phrase. I appreciate that. But yeah, not too bad. Character work ain't too bad. Pretty funny, pretty campy. I'd say it was pretty good. Probably prefer the first one. It's a bit like how a lot of people prefer the first John Wick. It's just maybe simpler. You know, and it's, you like how it's kind of like she builds up. It's like Sarah Connor or Ripley, like they build up from this very vulnerable character. No, they have to turn into this. But obviously with this one, it was just like the relationship element with the sister, but I thought it was pretty good. But yeah, moving swiftly on, we have is different, but like I said, it's kind of mad how there's crossover. We have a very, very, very good action film called They Will Kill You.
This whole building is a satanic cult.
Tonight, we must offer a human sacrifice.
Excuse me?
You are the offering.
Are you ready to die?
Never.
You can't escape.
What?
Come on, guys, it's just one girl.
What happened to your eye?
It's the first wound.
They Will Kill You. Oh, very, very good. I had to cut the trailer off. Funnily enough, he was saying like how this is actually, thankfully, the Green Man trailer. And oh my God, they're putting emojis over the violent bits. That's funny. Zazie Beetz, which sounds like me trying to sound really cool describing a song I like, has so much aura. That made me sound old in itself. But she does, oh my God, it is Keanu Reeves levels in John Wick. I keep mentioning John Wick. What a amazing choice for this film. Obviously, you can know her as Dynamo, like Deadpool 2. You might have seen her in Joker. Such a good choice. She is amazing. It is very Kill Bill-esque. It's so Kill Bill-esque. That's the thing. There is, yeah, you caring about, again, the relationship between like two sisters. Again, that's mad. You might have seen like, oh, someone infiltrating an evil organization to rescue a sibling. I will remember this film because of the cinematography, because of the action scenes, the music. I love the music choices. Oh my God, it is so cool. There was a lot of that near the start. It just throws you like the film's like, oh yeah, this is how it'll look. Suddenly the first action scene starts. Bam, here we go. So cool, so great. I think I preferred it a bit more to Ready or Not 2. Or maybe I don't know what's more rewatchable. You want funny, campy action, or do you want just like to the wall, like here we go, like simple? Yeah, not the deepest thing. Maybe it's me being like just overly generous or very like looking at it on a surface level. I mean, I enjoyed it. There were moments it slowed down. You don't care about every like relationship encounter amazingly, but a funny sense of like, I thought it was a good sense of humor. It's just the directorial is a cool surprise. Was that Heather Graham? I'm sorry, I'm looking at the cast. A lot of the actors you would recognise in this, I'm like, are they just not in the film anymore? But then something else happens, and it's really, really cool. Like, thinking about it now, yeah, there was like, I think there definitely flaws about like, how much you do care about all the relationships. But I think it's certainly a gem. I think it's definitely one to watch if you don't mind a bit of gore. But it is insane. Zazie Beetz, so cool. She is so cool in this. But yeah, it's definitely a crossover of a lot of films you've seen. And it's not the most original, obviously, with the satanic cult thing. That's now been done a few times. But it's just one of a really cool protagonists who just goes for it. I mean, some stuff is just like, it's very much like, what's that film I saw ages ago? Like Last Night at El Royale? It's like, it all takes place in a hotel. It's a bit like Ready or Not, where it's like, you could just avoid all this by like doing a Peter from Hunger Games and hiding a bit, but obviously with this film, it's more so she wants to go for it. And it's very like, you don't have any, like, you just have a machete. Like, how can you do this? The human body could only take so much. But, you know, suspension of disbelief. I really liked it. I thought it was pretty good. I might watch it again very, very soon when I can, but I think it was just a bit more, it will stay in my memory a bit longer than Ready or Not 2, but still, both pretty fun times. Anyway, we're nearing the end. We definitely got to review this one. This one is, everyone's talking about it. We have Project Hail Mary.
The sun is dying. Dr. Grace, I need your help.
I am a teacher at Grover Cleveland Middle.
You have a doctorate in molecular biology.
I'm not an astronaut.
I've never done a spacewalk. I can't even moonwalk. I haven't done the pool thing.
No. This is just for social media.
Object approaching.
Oh my god.
So, I met an alien. I'm Grace. I'm gonna call you Rocky.
His son is dying too. If we're gonna save our planet, we have to learn how to communicate.
Why is a school teacher in space? Don't like that voice.
Nope.
I am Rocky.
That's not bad.
Amazing.
Welcome to the Hail Mary.
Thank you, Mary.
You're welcome, Dr. Grace.
Thank you, Mary.
You're welcome, Rocky.
Together, we're pretty smart.
The world is counting on you.
It's now or never.
So I have a new roommate.
Who is Grace talking to?
There's no way you can hear me right now.
Can hear.
Oh my god.
I'm not heroic.
You just need to find someone you'll be brave for.
You are the bravest human I have ever met. Is joke. I only meet one human, and is you.
How did Phil Lord and Chris Miller have the time to make this beautiful film while making Beyond the Spider-Verse? Oh my god, such a lovely, beautiful, genuine film. Like, I would die for Rocky. Like, if you've seen it, yeah, you would understand that statement. It's just Interstellar, but if it was like really chill, like really like sweet and hopeful and not cynical. Like, you see our films like, oh yeah, friendship blooms between this alien. Oh no, is it going to be a twist? Like, no, it's just nice. And it's so, oh my god, like, it's so gorgeous to look at. Everything in space is great. And that it's just a friendship between Grace and Rocky is so heartfelt. Like, yeah, you've seen similar stuff before, but at the end of the day, this film, look at it itself, it's great. It's just a great film. And it's interesting how kind of almost non-linear it is. You find out how Grace got into space, and he's such a lovable character. I thought this was by the same filmmakers or like of The Martian. Like, you've seen films like someone's stranded and it's just a cool guy and they kind of have to do it themselves. I did not know, kind of seeing the film, that is based off a book by the same author as The Martian, of just like a really cool, funny, like lovable guy, and he's on his own, and he's like he's not on a planet, he's in space, and it's so lovely. Ryan Gosling, my god, he's a handsome man. Yeah, he's so funny. If you've seen The Nice Guys, see The Nice Guys. That's probably a future recommendation. That hopefully a lot of people have seen now. But he's such a gem. Oh my god, like, you see him in this, and I thought he was, I don't know, like almost a Ryan Reynolds, where it's like, okay, yeah, he can be really funny. You've seen Ken in Barbie, but in terms of his acting, is he just really good at playing stoic, like in Blade Runner 2049, like in Drive? No, there's bits of like he's crying and he's showing so much emotion. I'm like, okay, I haven't seen a lot of them that you had that in you, mate. But it was just really immersive. I saw it in 4DX because that's how the timing worked out. And there's some more intense scenes where, like, yeah, we gotta get this done. And I was like not literally, I was biting fingernails mentally, like metaphorically. I felt it because my chair was shaking. I was like, oh my god, I'm in space. And yes, lovely. Again, just so down to earth, and well, that's not a pun. But like, there's a karaoke scene. Like, it is kind of wild. I was just like, why out of everyone, like, a teacher, like, go for him? Like, you see a lot of films like that. Like, hey, you're the only one who can do this. Person who's pretty smart and works out of school, or doing some sort of like other job. But yeah, I think the ending is so wholesome. A lot of this film is just wholesome. And yeah, it seems long, but I think it needed that amount of time, switching back and forth. Sometimes you just like, I just want to be with him now with Rocky, and you know, just Grace finding himself again, knowing why he's there. Can only imagine, like I mean, he handled it better than I could, but I think pretty great. I think I gave it like a 4.5 stars. I think it's a lovely, lovely, lovely film, and it deserves all the credit it's getting. And it's just really well done. The visual effects are insane. If there are visual effects, apparently there were a lot of no green screen in it. Yeah, absolutely loved it. Loved Project Hail Mary. Absolutely brilliant. But yeah, we're nearing the end of our show. Gonna quickly wrap up with my recommendation of the week. Saw a lot of new films, but recently, as I was like nearing me going on holiday, I had this film on DVD for so long, I didn't catch it in the cinema. I wanted to. I've watched it on the coach. Might be giving the film a disservice. Is Spike Lee's BlacKkKlansman. Here we go.
There's never been a black cop in this city. We think you might be the man to open things up around here.
Hello, this is Ron Stallworth calling.
Who am I speaking with?
This is David Duke.
Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. That David Duke?
God, last time I checked. What can I do you for?
Well, since you asked, I hate...
I turned it down because I knew that 12 was coming up, and I think this is the Green Man trailer. But anyway, we're running out of time, so it's probably good I wiped it up there. I was just being hasty. Wait, I'll let the rest of the trailer play in the background. Slightly. I think the trailer's fine. Never done that before, just talking over the trailer.
We're on a roll, baby.
Yeah, let's turn it down a bit. Cool music. Trailer's done anyway. Anyway, pretty darn great. Again, isn't me trying to sound like I'm saying this as a white person and reviewing this film. There's a lot to say, a lot of harrowing stuff about not only discrimination then, but obviously near the end there is, if you've seen it, it shows a lot of stuff. Well, at least at the time, this was like 2018, everything with Trump, America, Black Lives Matter. It's heavy, like it's pretty much saying it's not like we're beyond that now, it's still happening, because well, there's not only what it really does say about, because obviously it's based on a true story, slightly, which that's what drew me in. I was like, wait, there's a black person infiltrating the Ku Klux Klan, and it's so, and it can be funny, can be tense, directorially. I don't think, I'm gonna quickly look up, have I seen a lot of Spike Lee films? I might have seen one. Let's see, just gonna go on his IMDb. I think I've seen one Spike Lee film. No, I haven't seen that one, haven't seen Malcolm X. No, this might have been my first Spike Lee film. Man, he's had a lot of films. Blimey. Old Boy, I've heard that's really good. Yeah, no, but really, really good. I think the lead, is it John? Yeah, John David Washington. Not just saying this as a Tenet fan, as mentioned in one of the episodes, Tenet stand for life. Really, really good protagonist. Yeah, that's a pun. That's not a pun. But Adam Driver, oh my god, I mean, I feel bad for the actors. They've had to say a lot of horrendous stuff in this film. They had to, oh my god. But yeah, soundtrack's amazing. Directorially is amazing. It has so much to say. It's really important. It's a really interesting flow of like infiltrating how like more and more without revealing the true mastermind of who is infiltrating this organization, which is our main protagonist. And it shows there are good people in the world. There's just so many bad, stupid, ignorant, just blindsided people who think just because they're so-and-so, they're better. It's, yeah. So definitely a really important film. I think it's just really, really good, really interesting. I want to know more about the actual true story. But hopefully you watch this and you know, yeah, obviously, like, it's not just making, like, oh, is forcing these people to look stupid. They're just stupid because they're saying this and this. And hopefully you watch and realise, like, yeah, thank God I'm not that. Those people, shun them. Darkest corner of our society, forget them. And I just hope we've gotten better since this film came out, in a way. But no, that was my recommendation. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let's get everything rolling. I always forget that get the music rolling. Yeah, there we are there. Lovely. But no, thank you for joining me. It's been really lovely. I'm really sorry for the illness. I'm really sorry for the probably sound my tissue and me just sounding unwell. Really gross. But no, I think we've covered a lot of ground. And hopefully you'll see me, well, at least from my perspective, next 2 weeks. 2 weeks from now. And we'll see if I review some old films that I caught up on, but it's pretty much new stuff besides the recommendation. Yeah, it's been fantastic talking to you. I'm going to go recover slightly. And I hope you have a lovely rest of your morning, evening, afternoon, other places and time. This has been Luke Dean. I'm just going to say my full name, must be formal. I am Deano, and this has been another episode of the Deano Reviews radio show.
Your platform, your voice, your station. You're listening to Radio Platform.